Hello, and welcome to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics. Today is Monday, 19 August. I'm your host Daniel, the founder of HM Intelligence. Every weekday, we bring you not just the news, but the so what from the events and decisions that shape our world. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we'll be covering a European banknote forger is arrested in Naples. Indian Prime Minister Modi is visiting Kyiv, and Libya's central bank has halted operations over employee abduction. So firstly, a man suspected of producing €11 million worth of counterfeit European banknotes has been apprehended in Naples, Italy, as announced by Europol. The man, whose identity has not yet been revealed, had already distributed €8 million in fake notes across Europe, primarily in France, and had an additional 3 million ready for distribution from his advanced bunker-like printing facility. Europol estimates that the individual was behind over 27% of all counterfeit banknotes discovered in Europe, removed from circulation in 2023. During a raid by the Italian Carabinieri, authorities uncovered a highly sophisticated print shop concealed behind a garage and sliding door. The operation featured an industrial-scale setup with 31 digital printing machines and a substantial amount of raw materials. Expert analysis confirmed that the counterfeit notes, including their security features like holograms, were of exceptionally high quality. The arrest follows earlier actions in 2023 where police detained 14 individuals across various cities for producing and distributing over €1 million in counterfeit notes. So what? This is quite an interesting find. With the amount of money that this facility has been producing, it is likely that it has been causing significant disruptions to small businesses and the economy around Europe. While we are unlikely to ever find out how this man was discovered, it would be interesting to know, to see the types of intelligence that were used that led police to the bunker. Of note, it is possible that one of the people arrested in 2023 could have been flipped and used as an informant in exchange for a reduced sentence if they had that information. And next, Indian Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to visit Ukraine later this week, making it the first visit for the Indian head of government. The visit follows an invitation from Zelensky and will also include a stop in Poland. This announcement has come on the heels of Modi's recent visit to Russia, where he closely embraced Vladimir Putin and sparked criticism from Kyiv. India has maintained strong ties with Russia, including military cooperation and favourable oil deals amidst Western sanctions. Despite this, India has not explicitly condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine and has instead called for dialogue to resolve the conflict. Tensions have risen, particularly with India urging Russia to return Indian nationals who joined the Russian military in support roles but were instead sent to the front lines in Ukraine, resulting in the deaths of at least 5 Indian nationals. So what? As noted in the article, India has tried its best to play both sides during this conflict, in particular by the purchasing of cheap gas from Russia. At the same time, they have been supplying Ukraine with medical equipment and also been in talks about being part of the rebuilding effort. However, this is likely to favour India. I don't think this visit is a sign of India switching sides, and it's more likely that this is just part of their continued effort to keep both sides happy during the conflict. And lastly, the Central Bank of Libya has announced on Sunday that it will be suspending all of its operations following the abduction of its head of information technology from his home in Tripoli. The bank stated that it would not resume its activities until he was released, and reported that other executives had also faced threats of abduction. The central bank has condemned the actions of what they termed as unlawful parties responsible for endangering its staff and disrupting their operations, but did not provide any further details on the kidnapping. The incident follows a recent siege of the central bank's headquarters by gunmen who demanded the resignation of the bank's governor. US Ambassador Richard Orland condemned the attack and warned that forcibly removing parts of the central bank could jeopardize Libya's access to international financial markets. So what? It'll be interesting to see if the closing down of the bank will have an effect in dealing with how this kidnapping is unfolding. So what? It'll be interesting to see if the closing down of the bank will be an effective way to deal with this kidnapping, as it is likely to have a significant flow-on effect for the country. However, it is also possible that the kidnappers will not respond kindly to this threat and continue to demand ransoms, or possibly hurt further individuals. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence brief on global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed, or leave us a 5-star review. And if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced, and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you next time.